Hi guys, welcome back to Be Did What. I'm Bianca. To all my OG subscribers, welcome back. To all my new subscribers, welcome. So today I'm here to show you exactly how I do my brows. It's one of the most requested, asked about thing that I get from friends, acquaintances, family. They all want to know how I do my brows. It's not really the rocket science, to be honest. I do a very simple technique, but I do take a lot of time on it. I have taken a lot of time to perfect it. It all really just depends on how much time I've got, whether it comes out exactly perfectly or if it comes out mediocrely. So I'm going to show you exactly how I correct them. So as you can see, my brows are completely bare at the moment, and I maintain them myself, and I use a combination of a tweezer, standard tweezer, and these ones are just £1 from Primark, and then I also use this kind of shaving tool just to get rid of the smaller hairs that I can't get to with a tweezer underneath. And I kind of do it as and when I kind of see that it's kind of spoiling the shape, and I kind of just go in and kind of get rid of the excess hair. But generally at least maybe 3 to 4 times a month I do it. So it's probably on average like 1 time per week I kind of go in and do a bit of maintenance, and it just helps to just create the shape and also maintain the shape, and also it helps with just when you're filling in. So when you're doing your everyday filling, as long as you've got a good base or good shape to go to, then I find it kind of just easier just to do the everyday brow. Right, so my brows are created. I fill in my brows every day, even when I'm going to work, whether I'm going to just be social with some friends or I'm going to the shop. It's just kind of me. I feel a bit naked without them. I at least fill in my brows, even if I don't put on full makeup. So my 3 Holy Grail products are, it's a brow gel. This isn't actually a brow gel, it's actually a clear mascara, but since I've been using it I haven't stopped using it. It's just a cheap clear mascara which I picked up from Beauty Base for £1, and that's another hack that you can use. You don't have to generally use a brow gel, but you can use a clear mascara in its place. And I like to just use this when I first start the process, just to kind of add some moisture into the brows, and it also helps when you're spreading on the product, just to get a bit more spreadability. My second Holy Grail product is the MAC Dip Down Pro Long Wear Fluid Line gel. This product is the best in my opinion. I've had this pot itself since December when I first started these videos with you. You saw me actually open this pot on camera with you, and it's been going through tutorials, it's been going through everyday use all the times, and I think this will probably last me for a good couple of months still, because you don't really have to use much in order to do the brows that I do. So that's my second Holy Grail product. And my last Holy Grail product is the Tarte Shape Tape, of course. I use this all the time. It's my favourite of all time concealer. I've tried other concealers and they don't work as good as this one. I know Tarte got a lot of backlash at the beginning of the year because of the release of their foundations, because the shade range wasn't up to par. Since then they've actually released more shade ranges of the concealers and the foundations, which I think is very good. And also it's vegan. Even though, you know, I don't really mind with makeup, whether it's vegan or not. The main reason why I'm vegan, as I explained in my video, is because of health reasons. I just want to kind of cut the dairy and eggs and just kind of be a bit more healthier. So It just helps to know that basically they care about what they put in their products as much as I care about what I put in my body, so it works hand in hand. Anyway, enough of me rambling, let's get into the video of how I create these brows. Okay, so first step is going with the brow gel or the clear mascara, whatever you've got, just make it work. And we're just going to go in and just add some moisture onto the hairs. You can already tell that I've got some excess hairs here, but we're going to just leave them. Sometimes you can just conceal over them and it actually just blends in, which is good. So I'm going to go in and you're just going to coat the hair. So you're going to go, what I like to do this way is just go up, and I really should have trimmed those ones, but they're not trimmed yet. And we're just going to go down this side, so up here, and then once you get to the curve and go down. Because I've got excess hair, so I'm just going to blend them back in and just do that. So up, those ones a bit better, and then down. And that just adds a bit of moisture onto the hairs, and it's also good for helping it to grow, basically your brow hairs to grow out. So if you've got like a lot of patches in your eyebrows, then adding the mascara just helps it to add moisture and helps it to grow. Now I just like to go in with this brush. This brush is a brush that I picked up from eBay. It came into a set of like 20 brushes. It's one of their like really cheapy ranges, but this brush works wonders. So I'm going to go in with our MAC Pro Longwear, and we're going to go in and just add a little bit of product onto the brush. Like so. Okay, and then we're going to take a mirror, and I like to start on the ends of the brows just to get that shape right. So I go from the bottom and just do a line all the way down. And I like to go from here and just fill in that part as well. So whether you want a curve or some people like a little bit of a point there, then that's when you create it now. Just going to go back into our pot of Pro Longwear. Let's get a bit more product on the brush. We're just going to pull that product all the way down. See how that's all connected now, and we're getting our shape. Let's start off here. Just go back into the pot. Okay, now we're going to go in and fill in that part. So we'll go back into our pot, grab some more product, and then we're just going to fill that triangle in. Okay, now as you can see I've made a little bit mistake here, I've gone over a bit, but that's fine. We're going to actually clean that up afterwards with the concealer. But what we're going to do, we're going to go back one more time into the pot. You don't want to take too much product on this part because this is the part where you're going to go quite light. So at first I like to do a defined line at the bottom, see how that's defined, and then you just want to kind of pull the product up slowly. Add to that line at the top here now. Okay, so that's our brow. We're not quite finished just yet. I'm going to go back in with the brow gel, and this just helps to kind of meld all the product into the hairs. So I'm going to start off here, brush up, just follow the shape of the brow coming down, go there, and then we're just going to go in the front here and get a little bit more moisture. So we're just moving that product, if you can see. You see how that's kind of lightened that bit up? Just going to take a little bit here, and I feel like this bit has got a bit of a gap. I'm just going to fill it in. That's better. And then take the product here. And that is our first brow. Yeah. Now we're just going to go in and tidy it up. So I've grabbed an angled brush, this angled brush, and my Tarte Shape Tape. What I do, there's a little bit of product just build up here, and I just use that. I don't open the actual tube fully and take out the spoolie. I just literally use the product that's on this bit. So I've got product on my angled brush. I'm just going to go in now and carve out those brows. So you're just going to outline it basically. So I like to start off here in the middle. See how we've carved that out, so we've got a nice defined arch there. As you can see, I'm just pulling the excess product downwards. Not only does that create a bit of dimension to the brow, but also it's just basically pulling the products that you can use as a base for your eyeshadows. So that's our first brow down. As you can see, that's just the most defined brow that you can possibly get. And why I like to leave this part unfilled is because it's just more realistic. Most people's brows, I know with my brows, I don't have a lot of hair in the front there, so I just like to mimic that and make it look more realistic. So the second brow we're going to do together, so I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to go and grab your products, and in that time I'm going to get prepped as well. So get your product and we'll do the second brow together. So you'll need your brow product, whether it be a pot like this or a pencil or whatever it is that you use. So you get your brow product. You'll need a brush. If you're using a pot, of course, then you'll need another brush to apply the product on with. You'll need an angle brush for when you're applying your concealer, and of course you'll need your concealer, and I like to have a little mirror because I like to be quite precise. So grab those products and I'll be waiting for you. While we're waiting for the last few people to join us, how about just pressing the subscribe button or the like button while you're waiting? Yeah, I'm plugging it. Yeah, I'm that gangster girl who's plugging it. Press the button, you know you want it. Okay, let's do this. Remember, brows are meant to be cousins, not identical twins. They can be sisters, they can be aunts and uncles, whatever they be, but they don't need to be identical. So if it's not exactly the same as the other side, then fair enough, it's fine. But you want to get it as close to it as possible. Okay, so we're going to go with our brow gel, and we're just going to spread the product upwards and then downwards, just mimicking that shape. If you've got any strays, just do a straight line like that at the top of the brow, which will kind of tuck those stray hairs in. Okay, so everyone finished that step? Good. Right, we're going in with our brow products now. If you've got a gel, then get out your brush as well. If you've got a pencil, then make sure it's sharp. Well, not sharp, make sure at least it's sharpened and you've got like a defined point. Right, so we're going to take some product on the brush for those that are using the pot. I know Morphe's just brought out some pots as well that you can use, and I think they're about £12 per pot. These are about £22 if I remember right. Okay, so just so that you can see how much I use, so I literally, I've got a defined bottom bit here that hasn't got much product on it, so I just go for that. I tap a little bit, and then any excess I just wipe at the side, and that's all that I've got on my brush. As you can see, it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Right, as I said, I like to start off there and define that point first. And on this side of my brows, I haven't got much of a curve at the top there, so I have to kind of actually fill that in myself and create that curve myself that I've got naturally on this side. So I'm going to start off at the bottom. I'm going to just do a line all the way down. Yeah, we've got our first line in. going to just go back into our pot, grab a bit more product, and then I'm going to actually create that curve at the top now. So I'm going to start off here. I like to take it really slow. So first you just want to connect it all and then slowly build on that curve. See how that's slowly defining and forming. Just want to make sure you get the same sort of height, so do back and forth check. And don't be scared to use your fingers, because it actually all helps to get rid of any excess product that is where it's not meant to be. As you can see, that triangle's coming out now. Oops. Just going to go in a bit more with a bit more product. And we're just going to meet our triangles together at the end and do a nice point. Yep. I'm just going to go in now and take our line at the bottom and put that one in. So start at the front. Just going to do a line. Oops. Not to worry if you get product where it's not meant to be. Yep, so we've got our line. As you can see, it's quite similar to that line. You're in the same sort of region. It's probably a bit off, just slightly. There you go. So you want to just use that as your guide. And you're going to just fill in that part first. And then we're going to take our brush and we're just going to lift the product upwards on the front here. I can already see with this one I'm going to have to add a little bit more product here, so I'm going to do that now. I've got a bit of a gap, just want to fill that in. And then with the excess, I'm just going to go back to our bottom line. Okay, so that's enough with adding product. I'm going to get rid of our Pro Longwear, close it all up. We're now going to go back into the brow gel and we're going to first just melding all of that product at the end here, in the middle, here. And don't worry if it looks a bit messy, because you're gonna fix all of that shortly with some concealer. Then we're gonna go in and just concentrate on this front part now. And what you want to do is just blend that product as much as possible. That's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Cool. So just grabbed our concealer. If you haven't got a Tarte Shape Tape, don't worry about it. Whatever you've got, you just basically want to take as little product as possible. So with Tarte Shape Tape, it's quite a big concealer. For concealer, you get quite a lot into it. I don't know the gram amount at the moment. Sorry, 10 mils you get out of Tarte Shape Tape, apparently. So it's quite a lot for concealer. Most concealers, you don't get this amount of product in it. So you just want to take a little bit, as I have done on this angled brush. And I'm just going to start in my in the curve of the brow. Just going to put this away so you guys can see. Start in the curve of the brow and define that end part first. Okay, so we've got our definedness now. Now we're going to just pull the excess product downwards. You can do this as you go along the line, or you can do it at the end, which I've done with this brow. With that brow, I actually did it as I was going. This brow, I've just done it at the end. Okay, and that's our brows. Okay, so those are our brows. The truth is there's no wrong or right way to do this. It's all about perfecting the way how you want to do it. So if you've got in your spare time, if you want to just perfect it every morning when you get ready, then do so. It just makes such a difference to your makeup looks. So I'm just going to actually go ahead and put on a full face of makeup so you can see the finished product. What I like to do, if there is any excess product or any inaccuracies at the top of the brows, then I actually correct that using my foundation. I only like the lightness to be on here. Before, when I used to do brows, I used to put the concealer on the top and bottom. Now I only put it on the bottom because I like only the lightness underneath. But it's totally up to you. If you want to do concealer on the top, you can do, but I like to do my top defining and cutting out the brows with my foundation. So I'm going to do my full face now. I'm going to come back to you guys and you can see exactly how much of a difference a strong brow makes to a look. Okay, so this is the final look. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe if I can get the words out, and I'll see you in the next one.